Hey everybody. I was going to read the scriptures and do all the teachings and try to share all this information with you, but I decided we're not going to do that. We're going to walk backwards. And I'm going to tell you about what's going on now, because I found some people that believe me. Or at least I found a husband and a wife, maybe. I don't know what their situation is, but they're together, kind of. But they believe me. Okay? And so we're going to do a deep dive in scriptures coming up soon. They actually the ones that gave me some scriptures. They came over last night with bearing gifts and bringing their records with them, their records of Joseph, or Judah, different versions of the record of Judah, and we all got together, and I realized, well, we don't have the stick of Joseph. We need the stick of Joseph and the stick of Judah for this to work. And so I ordered a couple of those. I ordered 4 of them because I want to give one to my taxi cab lady's husband too, because I'm gonna go to their house for dinner on Christmas and hopefully share the message with them too. But so basically what's going on here is instead of sharing the gospel with you like I've been trying to do and getting upset because none of you give a fuck, I'm not doing that anymore. I've been spending money just to get this goddamn phone working and internet and or whatever things just to communicate to you people about this, and I realize it's fruitless. What does have fruit are these people I'm talking to. So now I'm just doing this as maybe a journal, a social journal, if you will. I am the prophet of God of this land, of all over the fucking goddamn world, but especially this land. This is God's land right here, right smack dab in Missouri. Anyways, let's go walk. You guys see my bike back there? Isn't that cool? Can I zoom in? My little bikey. Let's go walk. You guys want to walk over here by the water? Let's talk about what I spoke to them about last night. Number 1, we discussed how there's an individual who's going to judge people not by what he hears or what he sees. And that was a great shock to my buddy, because he's of the background that, you know, if you have what's called bad language, you use filthy language, that you're evil and wicked and wrong. But when we were discussing the scriptures, although he doesn't know about the types and shadows of Remy Empton out of the stick of Joseph, we were able to conclude that, you know, if you're to covenant to love your brother as yourself, you don't judge the motherfucker on how he speaks. You gonna judge a baby on how it speaks? No. That's why God doesn't care about the brother Jared's name. It's a mystery because it doesn't matter. None of this matters. But the 16 stones, which illuminated the way. So 1 + 6 = 7. This is how I get this stuff. This is how I've come to this conclusion. I guess I'm going to teach you. I don't mean to teach you, but whatever. Is there? You see some water back there? So there's one God. There's 2 witnesses of that God. 2 houses. A Bayet floor plan is 2. It's also witness. There's 2 sticks out of Ezekiel 37 that we know that the Lord is going to use in his hand, which would be drawn as a Zion. A Zion is the prophecy in the end of everybody coming to the hidden servant, whether you believe it's Jesus or not. I'm here to tell you it's me, okay? I am this person that the scriptures are talking about in Isaiah, especially Isaiah, all over Isaiah. Now, Jesus is God, okay? But he is the Father, and he's the only God I pray to. And I call him Yahweh. I don't call him Jesus, but sometimes I do just because of my culture. My culture calls him that. But they think the people I came from, the Mormons, they think that Jesus is your brother. And they're going to say, good job, you did it. And it's like, no, you guys don't understand. He is the Father and the Son and the Spirit all together, somehow directing all this shit. He put signs in the heavens and the stars a long time ago, knowing that people would wake up at this time and the words of Ether would be fulfilled during these times. I haven't found a fucking Mormon that will talk to me about September 23rd, 2017 and the signs of Virgo and the correlation to Revelation 12 and Ether 416. I haven't found one Mormon. Thousands of people have seen my channel and have heard of me, and not one Mormon, not one believer in the Stick of Joseph will even speak to me, meet with me, have dinner with me, nothing. Even when I'm crying, shaking and needing and all fucked up on the internet saying, please somebody, none of them will reach out. The Mormons and the Christians and the Jews are all so heartless. And so you guys can all go fuck yourself. Now that I got that out of the way, thanks for listening. The people that I've been talking to lately, they are pretty convinced that what I'm saying is true because we went over scriptures, even though we haven't covered everything, but we went over enough to where they're like, you've got a point here. I do have a point here. And I told them, look, I don't want to fucking do this, so if you can find a reason why I'm wrong, go ahead and fucking point that out because I don't want to do this. I know how this makes me look like a crazy person, but I'm not crazy. And the signs point towards me. You don't even look for the signs. None of you even read the records or even care about God. That's ironic to me because I'm talking to people that are dead, so I know spiritually dead. You guys are the people that are going to be raised by the servant. You people in America, I'm your Jonah. Okay? Is that my dog? What is that? Yeah. All right, I love you.